Hello and welcome to Foam Roller 101.
Foam Roller 101.
This is my friend Karen. She's going to be my model today. So you've already received your packet of paper. We're just going to go down the line just like we are starting just from the paper. So I suggest doing some 6 waves of the spine, moving the body, moving some stagnant energy out before you begin this process. So we're going to start with our calves. So the best way to do that, you can follow and read through or follow along with me. Coming back to a seated position, place the foam roller under the left leg. Placing the hands behind, carefully putting the weight on the hands, just rolling through those calf muscles. Back and forth. Maybe lifting the glutes off the floor once you get comfortable. Generally finding some of the good spots. Applying more pressure. Beautiful. Generally about a minute per calf muscle. Good. Roll all the way up a little close to the bottom of the knee. And then come all the way down towards the ankle. You might have to lift the hands up, press back. Use that opposite foot to help you. Beautiful. Go to the other side. So a trick that you can do with the larger foam roller, if you just move it in here, you're going to be able to use that right leg a little bit more.
That helps.
Yes. So bringing the glutes up slightly, moving through the calf muscle. Listening and honoring the body, never going too deep where it hurts. Generally about a minute here. Maybe adjusting. Great. So moving on. Number 2 is our lovely hamstring. So please be aware of the weight that you're putting on your hands. You don't want to put too much weight onto your hands. Make sure it's evenly distributed. So we're going to go to the left leg first. Bring the foam roller right underneath the knee. Maybe come back on the mat slightly. Beautiful. We're going to bend that right leg. So remember how I said with the foam roller, the bigger foam rollers, move them all the way over to the side. That way. It's okay. So then you have room for leverage for that right leg. So we're going to press into our hands and then roll carefully. Maybe use the foot. Move forward, coming up to the bottom of the glutes. Back and forth. Once you find a spot, kind of just generally sit there, slowly moving back and forth, connecting the breath into that spot. But don't stay there for long, generally no longer than a minute. Rolling through. Beautiful. There might be a couple spots. And switch to the other side. So folding up the opposite leg and rolling through. The more you do this, the easier it will become. You'll start to know where those spots are, where you need to spend more time. You can always bring the foot out to the side. Maybe bring the foot in a little bit more. Or keep it straight. Checking into that little spot. And that's it for the hamstrings. Let's move on to those pesky glutes. All right, our glutes, our butt, our dupa. In the picture shows a certain way to go ahead and do one glute at a time. We're going to do our left glute here. So we're going to place the foam roller under your butt. You're going to bend the opposite leg, and you can stay right here. You don't have to be all fancy like the picture I provided, and you can just roll through back and forth. But once you get comfortable with that and you want to bring that opposite leg over the opposite leg, if that makes any sense. You can get a little more into those glutes. So that also gives you a targeted area to the outer glutes, the gluteus minimus. Careful with the hands, don't over hyperextend the shoulders, so maybe move the hands in. And again, once you find that trigger point, generally move back and forth, maybe take a few breaths, and enjoy it. These are my favorite muscles to roll out, just because I have a lot of tightness in my glutes. Beautiful. Slowly come down and go to the other side. I'm going to show you a side view for this other glute. So bring in glute up, arms out. You can roll through like this. Or if you're comfortable, bring the foot that you're working on, side glute, and roll through that. Careful of the placement of the hands. Don't forget about the tops of the glutes. Try not to step on the model here. What do you think so far? Can you feel it working?
Yes.
Moving things?
Yes. Should you hold anything?
Yes. So if you feel a spot that you can almost feel all the way up your body, hold. Breathe. Generally 30 seconds, no longer than a minute. Then make sure you roll back through it. Moving that blood. Then slowly come on down. And on to our quadriceps. So that's the front of our legs. So this time you're going to come to like a plank position. I'm going to show you at an angle. You're going to generally place the foam roller at the top of the hip and work down through the top of the knee. Never over the knee. We don't ever put pressure on a joint. So, as we come in, we lay down onto the foam roller, the legs extended. You can maybe put the opposite leg out to the side. Beautiful. Slowly rolling in. This is hard on your shoulders. I welcome you to come down onto the wrist. Generally rolling through. Here you can also twist the foot out to the side, noticing closer to the inner thigh, or maybe you turn the foot in the outer part of the quad. You can move up, getting closer to the top of that knee. Whew. You like this one?
Yep. Feel this one.
Especially after yesterday's leg day, huh? We're not looking for pain. We're looking for probably 80% of your edge. So if you're at your edge, take a breath and back off slightly. Beautiful. We're going to go to the other side. So go ahead and scoot yourself around. Bring ourselves down, rolling it through. You can even take the foam roller, place it where you want to work. Find your spot.
Yep.
Breathe. In through the nose, out through the nose. Have the feet assist here, back and forth. Beautiful. Don't forget, a little closer to the top of the knee. So you want to generally push all those toxins out of there. And then do a couple full rolls. Beautiful. The good old IT band gives us a lot of trouble. So that's that area right here on the outer part of the leg. So we pretty much go onto our side, just like it shows in the picture. You straighten out that leg, and then you can bring the opposite leg over top. Be careful of the placement of the hands. You can either go down on your elbow, like Karen, or up high, rolling through. This one is a bugger. So be mindful of how much pressure you put here. Maybe spending a little more time. Use the foot to assist. Again, not getting yourself all the way to the top of that knee. Generally stay below the knee, no pressure on the joint. So make sure you check in with that opposite foot here and there. Straighten out the leg that you're working on. Straighten out the body, kind of thinking like a side plank. Beautiful. So if you're going to go to one spot, make sure you're breathing in the nose and out of the nose. And then move back through. Oops. Definitely a little bit of a core workout. Moving to the other side. Let's not give all the love to just one side. Straighten that leg out, bring that opposite foot over, and roll through. Beautiful. Here's a nice side view. If you're confused with the leg, straighten it out. Opposite hand over. Rolling in and out. So this could actually be a source of pain in the knee, tightness in the IT band, lactic acid from exercise. Then move it through. Find that spot on that side. Connect with the breath. In through the nose, out through the nose, and then roll back through. Beautiful. So there's so many different types of foam rollers. Karen's foam roller is just a piece of foam. So this one has a lot more give. You generally can go a little harder with these. I suggest these for the beginner. The length, it's up to you. You can even cut these in half. I think the smaller they are, the easier they are to work with when you're generally working with individual sides of the body. And then there's these knobby ones. These are more for athletes really trying to work that lactic acid, move that blood through. I generally cannot go as hard with these ones because it becomes painful. And again, we're not looking for pain, we're looking for relief. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And thank you, Karen. We will